Eddy Grant je jedan od najvećih kompozitora, pevača, muzičara i producenata kojeg su Karibi ikada imali. Sigurno da ni muzička enciklopedija 20. veka ne može biti realna ako značajno mesto ne zauzme ovaj muzičar. Eddy je rođen kao Edmund Grant u Gajani pre 50 godina. 60-ih se seli u London, gde nešto kasnije osniva legendarne Equalse. Najveći hitovi iz tog doba su Baby Come Back, Black Skin, Blue Eyed Boy, Viva Bobby Joe i drugi. Polovinom 70-ih se odlučuje za solo karijeru koja napokon uspeva i on doživljava veliki comeback sa pesmom Living on the Front Line. Posle su usledili mnogi hitovi poput Do You Feel My Love, Romancing the Stone, Electric Avenue, Do You Wanna Dance i tako dalje. Od 1983. Eddy živi na ostrvu Barbados, gde smo ga posjetili i napravili ovu priču o Eddyu Grantu.
Well, Eddy, do you believe in destiny?
I believe very much in destiny, yes.
One person is, if I can say, guilty that I'm here sweating in front of your beautiful house is Graham Bell, the one who discovered the phone.
Oh, I see.
I made a phone call just around the Christmas, New Year Eve.
That's right.
And I called you and to say hello, and it changed my life.
Well,
Thanks to the friends, I'm here sitting just next to you, and we have a really nice weather here, and it's always pleasure to see a friend after a few years, if we can say.
Yes.
Well,
A long
time ago.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we have to do interview with you, and I feel a bit hard to do it. You know, when you know a lot of things about a friend, and I feel like acting, asking you something that I already know.
Doesn't matter, but the people don't know.
Yeah, so well, help me to do it
Yes.
the best way. Well, I think the best will be like a contrast between the place where you live now and the place where you were born.
Right.
I know that you were born with your two brothers,
Yes.
and your childhood was a bit poor. Well,
Yes, very poor. Well, first of all, you know the two, Rudy and Alpine,
yeah.
but there are in fact three more. So we're five brothers with my father and my mother, and of course I came to London with the two first, Rudy and Alpine. But we lived very, very poor, like in some of the kinds of houses you see around here, very small wooden sort of shacks, you would call them in Europe.
Once you can place wherever you want.
Exactly.
It takes like 5 minutes.
It takes a couple of minutes to take them down and put them up.
Yes.
But that was home to me, and it was a very beautiful home because there was a very strong family bond. My grandmother, who's now dead, and looked after all of us, and there were some uncles and some aunts, and you can't believe that if there were 5 of us, then mother and father, that's 7, an aunt, a cousin, 2 uncles, my grandmother, in this very small house, you know. But a house is not really for living in. You know, a house may be for sleeping in. So you can sleep 10 people in a very small place. And we had lots of space, pastures like you see out here, to run. So it was like still being very wealthy, although you had no money. In Europe, you have lots of money and material things, but you don't have really the space. As a kid,
Yeah.
you don't have, generally that family unit is gone because people are now looking more for material things, and that love has disappeared. So I was very fortunate on one side and very unfortunate because we had no money on the other. So my father and mother had to leave us and go to Europe, to England, to find money so that we can live, and then eventually they would send for us to come there to be educated further and to live there.
I know the story, but you could explain to the people who will watch this show how you became vegetarian.
When I was much smaller and living in Guyana, my grandmother and uncle reared pigs. And, you know, when you're small, your mother's always saying to you, you've got to eat meat because you'll grow to be a big, strong boy, and so on. And I wanted to be a big, strong boy. So I ate meat, but I never liked it. And then I had this little pig, which my grandmother had given to me, my own special pig to look after. And it was a beautiful little pig. And so I looked after it, and then it grew and it grew and it got bigger and bigger. And then one Christmas, they killed it. And that gave me a terrible feeling, you know. I still ate meat for a little while after that, but then I stopped because it's just something that I couldn't take it. My spirit, my whole body just wouldn't take it anymore.
How you discovered that you the music is something essential to you, that it will be your future work, or?
Well, very interesting enough, you know, when I was very small, again, my father used to play the trumpet. He was Guyana's greatest trumpet player. And my father would play in this orchestra, and they would play on the radio. And as a little boy, I would sit by the radio, and my father would dedicate this song to his children and his wife living in Plaisance, where we're from. And that was the greatest thing to me. My father should do this, you know. And also, we'd hear my father practicing. Every morning he wakes up very early and you hear him practicing. And I thought, this is fantastic, you know. I didn't know that he wasn't making much money from it, you know? But I loved it. And so he would put his trumpet under the bed. And then I would take out the trumpet. Sometimes on a Sunday morning when he's worked Saturday night in some club somewhere and come home and he'd be very tired and he'd be sleeping late, and I'd take the trumpet out very quietly from under the bed, and my dad would get up and he'd go crazy and say, "Big guy, don't you ever play that again," and he'd put it back under the bed and get out. And, well, okay, no. But I did this every Sunday, you know, because I got to learn how to make the sound, you know. And gradually, well, my father left eventually and there was no more trumpet. He sent me to piano lessons, but I didn't like it because my other brother, Derek, who also came to piano lessons with me, he couldn't handle it. He couldn't work out the keys, and his fingers weren't doing the right things. And the teacher, who was a very great woman, very great teacher, but she would hit him across the finger with the pencil. "You do better than that. Now, come on," you know. And I didn't like that. Nobody hits my brother. And so eventually we started to steal the money. When my father would give us the money to go to the lessons, we would take the money and go and buy pasteurized milk, which was like the latest craze in Guyana, and buy things that we couldn't afford normally to eat and to drink and spend with our friends. And one day, my aunt, who presumed that we were going to these lessons, met the teacher. I never thought this was going to be possible because we lived right in the back of the village, and the teacher lived up the front. It was impossible to happen. But this day, being women, they met in the marketplace. And my aunt said to the teacher, "Oh, hello, Mrs. Philadelphia. How are you? Oh, very nice to see you." She says, "Oh,
How is my aunt?
my son, my nephews, they're doing absolutely well, are they? How is the piano lessons coming?"
Ed,
The
who?
lady said, "Piano lessons? I thought you stopped them a year ago." And so we got beaten. My grandmother gave us some licks, and she wrote and told my father, who discontinued that, and that was the end of my education for music. But when I came to England, and by then I didn't want to be a musician. I wanted to study medicine. Because I was getting real serious now, you know. I was 12 years old and my future was in front of me, and I liked to look forward to see. And I could see myself being a great surgeon in a hospital and so on. But at the same time, there was my father's trumpet again. Now even more available because I'm bigger and, you know, he's out to work and I'm home, and I start to play, you know. And one night my father came in and heard me playing along with Kenny Ball or somebody. I think it was Kenny Ball. Like crazy, you know. And he said, "Hi, if you're going to play that, learn it properly." I said, "Yes, Dad." And I was so glad because he normally would take it away and put it under the bed. So then he said, "I'll teach you." And he started to teach me the rudiments of music and how to play. And also when I went to school, I now had a school music teacher who suggested that I joined the school orchestra because I was playing real good and so on. And then we had a jazz band that was playing traditional jazz, myself and another guy called Derek Griffiths, who is now very famous in England as an actor and as a musician. And we played in the school dances, the school assemblies in the morning time. And that led me on to forming the Equals.
Okay, I'm loosened up now, children. People white is white, what's black and clover. Together we'll be when the war is over. You see them black-skinned, blue-eyed boys. They ain't gonna fight no wars. Oh, now. To the school, but the teachers beat ya.
the Shape of Equals was done.
Yes.
How come Baby Come Back?
By now, as I said, we're starting to play lots of shows. And Lee, who was looking after our management, one night called me and he said, you know, what you're doing is fine. You're playing all these American blues and R&B and your funny interpretation of pop music and so on, but you should really write. And I thought, write what? There's so many great songs. What am I going to be doing writing? I didn't pay much mind to it. And one day I was talking to my friend Gus, and he said to me, you know, I'm sure you can write songs, you know. I said, well, why do you say that? And why should I write songs? And he said, well, I mean, Bob Dylan. It's the first time I'm going to hear this name. He says, if people can like Bob Dylan and what he writes, I'm sure you're intelligent enough to write better songs than that. And I thought, oh, well, I don't know who the hell this Bob Dylan is, but I certainly, if Gus says that I can write, and Gus was my closest friend. We did everything together at school. We're great mates, and we still are great mates till today. And he convinced me to write songs. And so I went home and I thought about it. And I knew this girl who was not a girlfriend, but I knew her very well. And I would go by her house. And one day I was talking to her about what I'm going to do. I said, I think I'm going to become a great songwriter. And she said, how? You've never written a song. I said, no, there's a point there.
And she said, the right song.
You know, she said, oh, I've got a tape recorder. My father gave it to me for my birthday or something, and I have no use for it. Here, have it. If you're going to be a great songwriter, start with this, you know. And I said, okay, and I took it, and off I went, and I wrote my first song, which was I Won't Be There. My first real song, because I tried before, but my first real song was I Won't Be There. And circumstances worked, like destiny, you say. We were playing at a club called the All-Star Club as a residency.
Yeah.
And we were very popular there. It was it was a black club, but lots of white people went there as well. And it was a very nice place to be, because I saw all the great American artists come there. Stevie Wonder played there. Joe Tex, I think, played there. Wilson Pickett played there. Solomon Burke played there. So all these great American artists, a group called the Vibrations, who eventually the Equals became more like them than anything else, you know, they played there. And so we were glad to be in this environment. And then one day the manager, who was very nice to us, said, guys, look, you know, you're playing a black club, and the black people like to hear soul music like Wilson Pickett and Otis Redding and so on. But you don't have an organ, you don't have a bass guitar, you don't have a sax. You know, come on, you know, you got to get together, you got to organize. And I said, but that's not what we want to do. We want to play music. And the guy says, well, I'm sorry, if you don't want to do that, then... And he didn't finish. So a couple of days later, we used to keep our equipment upstairs in a room we had there. We'd practice there. So I went upstairs of the club where we would keep our equipment and we'd practice. And the door was closed and somebody else's equipment was in there. So I called the boss and I said, what's going on? And he said, well, listen, you don't want to do what I want, which is to get a bass player, to get a keyboard player, to get a sax player. I found a band called the Tonics who are prepared to do that, and they're good and so tough. And in that band was a guy called Calvin Fuzzy Samuels, who since then went on to play with all the great names in the world, like Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young and America. And he has become my great friend, and he's here now with me in Barbados for a little while, like yourself. And I can tell you at that time, on that day, I didn't love Calvin Samuels at all. You know, I thought, damn, we've lost the gig. But as it happens, it was the best thing that could have happened for me and the Equals, because I took the equipment to my father's house and we set it up in our room and we would practice. And next door lived an artist called Gene Latta, who himself had been an artist with some success on the continent. And he heard us playing I Won't Be There. And he came across and he said, that sounds good, you know. Is that an Otis Redding song or Wilson Pickett song, or whose song is that? And I said, well,
No.
as it happens, it's mine. He said, come on, you guys don't write songs. I said, no, that's my first real song, you know. You like it? He says, I think it's great. He said, would you mind if I took this song somewhere? And I thought, aye.
Show to some people.
Yeah. So I said, I don't know. So, where are you going to take it? So he says, well, no, if you like, I'll take you, the band, and show this song to somebody, because I'm looking for a song for myself, and I would like, you know, this guy who's my company man to hear it and so on. Long story short, he took us to a guy named Eddy Grant, and we went into his basement where he stacked a lot of sheet music. He was a music publisher. I didn't know what that was at the time. And we set up our equipment in this little room and started going crazy playing I Won't Be There. And the guy, Mr. Kasner, was there with another chap called Danny Kessler, who I think was his partner, and Gene, and they're standing there and looking at us, and we are making idiots of ourselves. And finally, Mr. Kasner said, okay, thank you, boys, see you. And off he went, and I thought maybe he doesn't like us. So then Gene came back and told me, he says, he thinks the song is great. I says, and so then what happens now? He says, well, we'll see. And Mr. Kasner then, instead of recording Gene or taking the song, decided then he's going to sign the group to a recording contract and managing and publishing contract. And so the Equals were on its way, and Gene became 5% of the management of the group, and off we went. We started, I Won't Be There became a hit in Germany, and we were then going at weekends, because I was still at school, going at weekends to play in Germany, come back by boat, you know, to England. So we were little stars in Germany, and when you come back home, nobody knows you. And eventually, Mr. Kasner said to us, okay, you've written this one song, can you write another 12 by the time I come back in 6 weeks' time? I says, where are you going? So he says, I'm going to America. My company in America needs me. And so I said, okay. I didn't know whether I could write another song. And so I thought, oh, okay, we'll see. I must impress Mr. Kasner when he comes back. It must be there. So one day I'm walking from Selma Music Store, which was in Charing Cross Road in the West End, and I'd taken my amplifier to be repaired or something, and I'm going home, took the bus, and I got to the top of the road where I live and jumped off, and I started hopping like hopscotch between the squares and the pavement. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 and by the time I got home, I had the song "Baby Come Back," baby come back, baby come back, boom, 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 baby come back, and I thought, it's too simple. This must belong to somebody else, you know. So I rushed over to Gene. I said, "Oh, hey, Gene, listen to this. Have you ever heard this before?" Bang, 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 bang.
Well, may I tell you that you were more popular in Yugoslavia at that time than in Britain?
Is that so?
For sure.
Yeah?
For sure, I know that. Well, mentioning Yugoslavia, it's like commercial break because major point we just passed. You know how
Yes.
you discover yourself as a musician, songwriter, and whatever. This is a small present that I'm bringing with me, and I know that you are not so close with the liquors, but this is specialty. Okay.
Okay, so let's see what's in this thing. Ah, Jesus. You mean people drink this stuff?
Yes.
Wow, how did they get that in there?
Well, that's a surprise. That's a surprise.
Wow, but that is indeed a surprise. You know, thank you, Radomir.
That's all.
My country, Guyana, makes some of the greatest alcohol in the world. And people are always amazed that I don't drink. And we also grow tobacco in this, but I never smoked, I never drink, and I don't take drugs. And people are always amazed, especially in my country, that I can come from this land that makes this great stuff and I don't drink it, you know?
Right. So let's go back to Equals days.
Yes. The equals would have to be the most important to me because that was the beginning and that was the time when I realized that I can be something that I could only have dreamed about when I was a child in Guyana. I could never, ever have imagined I would live in a house like this. In 1 million years of working, I could never, ever have dreamed that my father or anybody in my family, you know, my family was so poor. We never had a house or land that was of any kind of, you know, never owned any land. Our house was on somebody else's land. And the story was that my grandfather had bought it and been robbed of it, you know. And so it was so impossible to even dream. This is past a dream. This is greater than a dream. I'd seen people who had gone to the gold fields in Guyana and worked in the mines and struck it rich and come back to the village and bought a bicycle and bought their mother a house. And that made a very great lasting impression on me. And I thought, if I was to ever go to the gold fields, and I came back into my village, I would buy my mother a house, like that guy, you know. So that was my impression. He was like an idol in a certain way, because it was very difficult to get money. And so when I look at the equals gave me not only money, the equals gave me confidence to succeed. I started to realize all the gifts that God had given me. He'd given me the ability to speak. He'd given me the ability to write songs, to play music, to touch people, much better than a doctor.
I don't wanna dance with you, baby, no more. I never do something to hurt you, though. Oh, but the feeling is bad, the feeling is bad. I love your personality, oh, but I don't want the love on the show. Sometimes I think it's insanity, girl, the way you go. With all of the guys on the corner, oh baby, you're the latest trick. Now that the things which move me are standing still. I know it's only superstition, baby, but I won't look back. Even though I feel your music, baby, that is that. Oh, I don't wanna dance with you, baby, no more. I'll never do something to hurt you, though. Oh, but the feeling is bad, the feeling is bad. I don't wanna dance with you, baby, no more. I'll never do something to hurt you, though. Oh, but the feeling is bad, the feeling is bad. Oh, I don't wanna dance, don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance, don't wanna dance. Don't wanna dance, don't wanna dance. Don't wanna dance. I don't wanna dance with you, baby, no more.
Living on the front line. Your major hit in Yugoslavia after Equals Days.
Yes.
Another team. You feel all right because of this song?
I'm all right. I love the song. This is why I'm here.
Yes, it's nearly 30, maybe 34 degrees now.
It could easily be that. But, you know, we've got this great breeze.
I feel all right. I jumped into your pool this morning, so I feel fine. You don't have space because I was swimming like
an octopus.
all right. Okay.
Living on the front line, it's a hell of a story. You know, in between, you know, I haven't been able to fill in a lot of the years in between. But what happened was that I got to Nigeria. I started to sell records in Nigeria. I don't know why the people love the music very, very seriously. And I was exporting records. Nigeria was importing records. And it was great because I was getting some monies while England wasn't paying any attention to me, or lots of other countries weren't paying any attention to me. Nigeria was. I'm very grateful to Nigeria for that. As I've told you, the countries that I have a special relationship with, like Yugoslavia, like Trinidad, Nigeria, Argentina.
Yes.
These are the countries that really supported me in my early days, and I will never forget them, and for each one I have a special place in my heart. Nigeria was buying my records in great numbers. I was selling it to them cheaply. Doesn't matter how anybody comes to me and say, look, I want a record for £1. I'll sell it as long as I can keep the numbers going, and just as long as I can keep my business going. And I was selling so many records that I thought I should stop pressing my records at Pi. And talking with my brother Alpine and Rudy, they said, you know, you're doing such numbers, it's better that you buy a factory. And so I became the first artist, black or white, to own his own manufacturing plant, and a sizable one at that, in England. And I started manufacturing my records now, and I manufactured for CBS, and I manufactured for overruns for EMI, United Artists, Motown, everybody I was manufacturing records for. This little guy in Stamford Hill had this factory, and I'm selling lots of records.
And you had a studio.
Oh, I had this. That's right.
As well.
The first black-owned studio in Europe was was owned by me and in Stamford Hill, and that trained the first black engineers in England. You know, and it started a whole social movement, which today we're the beneficiaries of in England and the rest of the world. Lots of artists came through. Every black artist in England came through that studio. Everyone had some interface with me and my company. They were able to see the vision. They were able to get some kind of drive from what I was doing there at the time. And my brothers, who were helping me to run this company, suggested that I go ahead and do it. So I did it, And this company was doing really good until there came a downturn in the business. The business went through, the whole record business went through a very bad down period, one winter. And people were being laid off and companies were going broke and they wouldn't pay me. I was the last one to get paid. And I had to pay always cash for my vinyl, for all my parts, for everything. So my company was looking to be in trouble. And I said one day to my accountant, I'm getting out of this, going back to being an artist, totally. But at that same time, also, the Nigerian government stopped the importation of records. So I not only had the English record industry, which wouldn't pay, and all my black friends who were pressing records with me, they were the last to get paid anyway, so they couldn't pay me. So I'm really up against the wall. And I thought, Jesus, stop. Okay. And I had 20,000 Walking on Sunshine albums left. Nowhere to sell them. I could not give them away. I was going to boutiques, to record bars, to everywhere. I was trying to buy one for a pound, anything, 90 cents, 90 pence, anything. And nobody would take them because I wasn't popular in England. But I'd given out a few thousand by now. And one day there was a guy, a DJ by the name of Kelly, who played for young kids in a place called Slough in England, near London. And Kelly was playing Living on the Front Line and Walking on Sunshine from that album. And Living on the Front Line was like 13 minutes long. And he was playing the whole 13 minutes. And the kids were going crazy. And one day a guy called Chris Hill called me. And he was in partnership with Nigel Grange, Ensign Records. And they said, Eddie, we want to talk to you. This record is a smash. This Funk Line or whatever it is. I said, yes, Frontline. He said, yeah, that one. Why don't you come in and see us? But Nigel was a big fan of mine, and I also liked Nigel a lot. And we had a good relationship when he was at Phonogram. And so I shook hands with him. We didn't sign a contract. And as long as it was a joint label, Ensign and Ice, I didn't mind. And we put out the record. We never had a contract until maybe the third record we were going to put out. Just handshake, good friends, cool, and everything was fine. Nigel never owed me a penny, never gave me a bad break. I love Nigel very much. I thank him very much for the success of Living on the Front Line, because without that, I would never have been able to get back into the English music business. The record came out, was a big hit for me. It's a monumental record. It took me all around the world outside of America. And even in America, it became a legendary dance record. And I was on my way.
Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Who is to blame in what country? Never can get to the one. Dealing in multiplication, and they still can't feed everyone. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
Why did you choose Barbados to build a house and to start from zero?
When I was 12 years old and going to England, I had to pass through Barbados. And it was a very special place then, probably even more special than it is now, because it was very much like a family. Everything was very close in this country. And now it's become like everywhere else, a little bit more that, you know, people have televisions and da-da-da-da-da, and they're able to see things. But when I came through here, this place made such a fantastic impression on me that as I'd gone to England and studied and worked and become a big man and had my own business now, I was coming through Barbados many times. And I could see that really the country still had this magic. You know, sometimes when you have the biggest problems, when everything seems to be coming down on you, when there seems no way out, when your back is up against the wall, on those kinds of occasions, you know, I get on a bicycle and I would ride to East Point, which is the place where they have the big lighthouse and you look over the very big ocean. And it's then like you're not in any particular place. You're just with God because you're seeing the works of God. And so therefore, nothing then becomes a problem because you start to see that if it's possible that this ocean can travel for thousands of miles and continue to be the ocean, and the rocks can continue with the sand and the stone and so on, can continue through thousands and thousands of years being themselves, it's very easy to place yourself into your right position, and then nothing becomes a problem anymore.
In the history of Blue Bay Studio, as far as I know, a lot of big names recorded here. Can you mention some of them?
We've had the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, the rest of them. We've had Sting. We've had Elvis Costello.
And
Many bands.
many.
Nina. We've had bands out of Japan. Many bands come here.
She makes a few of her people happy. Oh, she
Maybe pressure will make Joanna see how everybody could live as one. Oh, give me hope, Joanna. Hope, Joanna, give me hope. Joanna, for the morning come. Give me hope, Joanna. Hope, Joanna. Hope before the morning come. I hear she makes all the golden money to buy new weapons in the shape of guns. While every mother in a black Soweto fears the killing of another son, sneaking across all the neighbors' borders, now and again having little fun. She doesn't care if the fun and game she play is dangerous to everyone. Oh, give me hope, Joanna, give me hope, Joanna, give me hope, Joanna, for the morning come. Give me hope, Joanna, give me hope, Joanna, hope before the morning come.
How come Belgrade? What was your inspiration?
Well, you know, I've been to Yugoslavia a few times, and I was able to travel throughout the country, and I got to meet a lot of people and became friends with some people, and I became friendly with the country because this is one of the countries that was very supportive of me when I started my solo career. And so now I've moved to Barbados, and I knew Yugoslavia. And I'm sitting in my home and watching the television, and it seems as though there is no more Yugoslavia. It's like there are all kinds of problems, and I'm thinking, well, what's happened to the people that I used to know? Because a country is divided, doesn't divide a people. I mean, it's very strange. So the only thing that I could do at that time was to write a song, and this is the song that expresses my feeling. I wanna show you Belgrade, relaxing, I'll take you to where it's at. I'll put on my invisible hat and walk you across the road. I wanna show you Belgrade, relaxing, I'll take you to where it's at. I'll put on my invisible hat and walk you across the road. Settle down, settle down. Don't let nothing get over you. It's taken us so long to get back on the road. I know you've been all around, and you've met all the soldiers. Don't let it get you all down. Don't let nothing get over us, baby. I wanna show you Belgrade, relaxing, I'll take you to where it's at. I'll put on my invisible hat and walk you across the road. I wanna show you Belgrade, relaxing, I'll take you to where it's at. I'll put on my invisible hat and walk you across the road. Settle down, settle down. Don't look over your shoulder. I told you this all along, that no one's gonna hurt you. I wanted to for so long, take you out and just show you this is a good time. Don't let nothing get over us, baby. I wanna show you Belgrade, relaxing, I'll take to show you, but things have gone so wrong. All around, up and over, and if the lights go down, don't let nothing get over us, baby. I wanna show you Belgrade. Relax and I'll take you to where it's at. I'll put on my invisible hat and walk you across the road. Whoa, I wanna show you Belgrade. Relax and I'll take you to where it's at. I'll put on my invisible hat and walk you across the road.
Your career is full of interesting stories. I know most of them. Sometimes very funny, sometimes not.
Sometimes
Well-
quite sad.
Quite sad. But it was told to me 2 evenings ago, about interesting story happened with your I Don't Wanna Dance song. Capital Radio in London didn't want to play.
Yes, generally speaking, since I can remember in the times of the Equals, right up until now, nobody ever wants to play an Eddy Grant record first time. Everybody waits to see who is going to play it. In this particular case that you're talking about, Rad, my brother had taken the first pressing of I Don't Wanna Dance to Capital Radio. There was a particular DJ he knew very well because we played football for charity and so on. And so he decided he would take it to him first to see what his opinion was. And he gave it to him and he said, I listened to it and I'll let you know. So he took it, played it, and the next time my brother saw him, he said, so what did you think? He says, no, this can't happen. This sounds all out of tune, all wonky. It's neither one thing than the next. No, I'm sorry. My brother says, listen, you know Eddie doesn't make bad music. I think you're wrong. Take it and try it. Just play it once. So my brother was driving his car one day and he heard it played. And from that one play, the record exploded, as they always do. And so the next time my brother and he are at the football field, and we're playing, so I see my brother goes over to him and says to him, funny, eh? That record, out of tune, eh? It was now number 1. Now, my good man,
This is a present.
this from Partizan, Belgrade. Now let me see. Ta-da! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Eddy Grant, number 1 for Partizan. You think I'll score many goals?
Well, maybe 1 goal per game.
That's pretty good.
Not that bad.
Yes, that's all right. Pelly just about managed that. Yes, this is lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Partizan. Thank you all the guys from Partizan Belgrade. Next time I come there, I'll see you. And maybe I'll even play a match with you. Maybe not. Thank you very much, Ryan.
All right. You're very proud of your new album that will be released pretty soon in America, before England or before Europe. It's titled Reparation.
Reparation is possibly the single most important topic to be addressed. Maybe it's the last important topic to be addressed in the world today, because as the world becomes more fragmented, politically aware, and polarized, one gets to understand that there are outstanding issues, and one of the great outstanding issues is the issue of reparation for Africans and the African diaspora, people who have been badly treated by the purveyors of slavery. It is possibly the most heinous crime ever visited upon mankind, by mankind.
Cover sleeves for the album Reparation was done by our photographer, Micha.
Yes. Misha, I met in Serbia some years ago, and we became very good friends. He joined the Fishing Buddies. And I thought that when it was time for the album to be packaged, I went to the artist who would do this. He looked through a number of photographs of mine, and I have, believe me, I have thousands of them. And he looked through them and he said, you know, I think I can use this and alter the content somewhat. So I asked Misha if this was possible, and he agreed that this could be done. And as you can see, he played with my hair. So the hair is now, instead of being dreadlocks, it's actually chains. And
Very unusual.
Very unusual.
Well, I thank you very much for this interview, and hopefully we'll update it pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe in the summer. And maybe we'll keep on doing this for another 100 years. Guarantees that you'll be here.
I bet you.
Thanks very much, Ryan.
I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. I never had a love to measure up to your love, and all the little ways that you've been good to me. I've never been afraid. Oh, come and give me